Alrighty guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're looking at this Xsense outdoor Wi-Fi spotlight camera. This is the S21. Now this company sent this to me to review and unbox and just kind of test it out and see how it goes. So I want to just share the unboxing and then we'll get to installing it and showing you how it works, and we'll share my thoughts with it. Alright, as far as what comes in the box here, we're going to get this opened. See on the back here, this kind of gives some of our key features here. So 4 megapixel camera, infrared night vision, 2.4 and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi, motion activated spotlight. It's water resistant, dust proof, and compatible with different AI assistants like Google Assistant and Amazon Alexa, which I like. Okay, so if we get into the camera here, looks like it's packaged very well. Okay, the camera has a nice feel to it. Feels like it's a plastic housing. Here's our cord. Okay, the ends of the connections look like this is a Ethernet cable and then probably a power cable. Okay, the only other thing in the box is probably the power supply and Ethernet here. Okay, we've got some mounting hardware. Okay, so our first step when we're unboxing it, getting it in, there's not a lot as far as installation is concerned. It looks like we can hook it up directly to our router via the Ethernet connection, or plug it in and have it connected Wi-Fi, which is what we're going to do. Now we have to download the app, so we're going to go into the app store. We can scan the QR code, or if we go to X Smart View in the app store, that will get us the app. Okay, so before we get this hung up outside, we just need to plug it in. So I'm just going to extend out the...
Ready for Wi-Fi configuration.
Okay, so it looks like it's ready for that. I just have it plugged in. It's plugged into the wall. I'm close to my router, so that way I can get a good connection. Okay, I've downloaded the app. I'm adding the camera once I've verified my account, and it's just going to now connect to the Wi-Fi. Okay, then it wants access to my camera so that I can use a QR code. There's a QR code on the camera here. I'm just going to scan it so I can add the camera in there. Just get it to focus right there. And then it accepts the QR code, has me plug it in, and it will start to add the camera. Then once the Wi-Fi is connected, it has me, there's a QR code that shows up on my phone in the app, and I scan that with the actual camera. Like that. Okay, once activation is successful, it has you set a password, and then I can go in here and I start viewing the camera. So obviously it's not installed outside yet. It's just kind of in my front room, living room here. So I'm just looking at carpet, but it's working now. Now that it's working, now I can go outside and install the camera where I want it. I'm actually here in my backyard. I've got a pool in the backyard, and I'd like to do the camera here in the backyard. So up in the eaves of my house, I actually have some outlets, like one there and in various locations throughout the house. They're kind of meant for like Christmas lights or like heat tape for the winter, but nevertheless that makes it really convenient for a camera like this. So I'm just going to install the camera pretty close to within a foot of that outlet. You have about 10 feet of cord to be able to install it. So you know, if you have an outlet say down the wall or somewhere, you can have about a 10-foot length of cord down to the outlet, or you could use an extension cord. You just want to have it high enough to where it can't be tampered with. You don't want someone unplugging your camera. So I'm going to mount mine there. So there's just a couple screws, and we'll get it screwed up there, plug it in, and then get it positioned. Okay, I've got my 2 screws here. I've got my drill, got my camera, and then there is a little adjusting Allen bolt on the side. So once we get the right angle locked in, the correct angle, we can just tighten that down. I'm glad they provided one of those. Okay, a quick word on how to adjust the camera angle. So there's a little bolt right here on the top that swivels the whole base around, so you can switch it all, you can switch it 180 degrees. That way this one loosens up the base, so you can turn that, and then there's one on either side here that loosens the motion this direction. So you can really get it to any angle you want. I want mine to be facing like this, so I had to swap that around. So by loosening that bolt there, So now I'm going to go up there because I want it to mount underneath the eave and then point out this way. So that's the right angle. I'm going to get that going. Okay, if you see here, I got it screwed in. I have it screwed in just to the corner here. You don't have to get it like in an exact location because this is, it really can put it at any angle you want. You just loosen up these little screws and it really can change however you want. So I have all those, I have it pretty much where I want it. I'm just going to tighten up the little set screws so that way I can get it in the angle I want. And then I'll be able to look on the app and see exactly where it's pointed and adjust it from there. Okay, I have it plugged in here. If you can see, I coiled up the excess cord. Like I said, there's 10 feet of it, and I just taped it up here with some black Gorilla tape. That doesn't look that great, so I'm not that impressed with the cleanliness of the installation. But you know, there's nowhere else to really hide the wire. I didn't want to drill up into the soffit to hide the wire, but I'm gonna get the camera to where I want it and see how it looks. Okay, I'm looking at the app at the camera, what the camera sees. And it's pointing my backyard here. It's actually a really good view. I'm really impressed with how the picture looks. You can zoom in on it pretty well. This is a great angle. Okay, so this is looking at the camera on the app at nighttime when it's dark outside, pitch black outside, and this is kind of the night vision version of what you're seeing. So it's a pretty good picture. Here I can go into the app screen and I can adjust the sensitivity, the trigger interval, the schedule. This is where I can set, where it's going to be saved and so forth. And then also I can set the sensitivity area. So when the spotlight comes on, the area in which that comes on, so I can adjust this, the viewing angle like this, up and down, back and forth. Here's the, how close or far away I want the viewing to be. And once the spotlights are turned on, this is a view at nighttime. So it lights up pretty good. The lights are pretty bright. It gives a pretty good view. Okay, so overall, I'm pretty impressed with this little camera. It was pretty easy to install. The nice thing is it's really just plug in to a power outlet, hook it up to your Wi-Fi, and it's good to go. The app's pretty intuitive, pretty easy to navigate, and the picture's good. I really like the picture. I really like the spotlight feature of this camera. So the fact that it's kind of like a motion-activated spotlight / video camera is nice because, someone walks in front of it, light's gonna flick on. It's gonna determine a little bit more. So I like that feature. But also, I'll leave a more updated review once I've had a little more experience. I'm curious to see how the iCloud, the cloud storage is going to work, and the SD slot's going to work. You can put an SD card in this to record footage on there as well. But check out a link in the description if you're looking for a camera like this, and feel free to leave some comments in the comments below. And be sure to hit that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. Thanks.